Hey guys, I'm here with Amy Appleyard, VP of Sales at LogMeIn, as you just saw. So, Amy, you did not start in sales, you started in finance. You also didn't start at a software company, you were in distribution and retail. So how did you get here and not just on the sidewalk walking with me, but to LogMeIn?
All right, so two good questions. The first is, how did I move from finance into sales? I actually was working at Staples, so I was working for a large distribution company in a finance role, and was encouraged by my manager to kind of build my network within the org and find other opportunities, because I think he could see that I'm somebody who just
You're not networking, you're not working.
And I met with some folks in the sales organization there, and it was so different than the finance role that I had been in. I knew I had found my home. And started leading projects. I was on a strategy team, so I led some projects for the sales organization, helping people sell different lines of business, and expanded the mid-market. And eventually was given the opportunity to lead the mid-market sales organization there, which was phenomenal. So that is what led me from finance to sales.
All right. And how's the world of tech?
I love it.
A bit of a difference.
It is different, but sales is sales. And especially when you're running inside sales teams, there's so much of kind of the dynamic of what happens on a floor. It doesn't really matter what product you're selling. If you're listening to your customers and if you're making sure that you can find value for them, you're going to be awesome.
Awesome. All right, so there's sort of an increase in this world of the self-service model, product-led growth that we as OpenView love to call it. So what do you see the role of an account manager being in this world of product-led growth companies?
Yeah, great question, and we spend a lot of time thinking about that at LogMeIn as well. We look for signs and signals in our products, what it's telling us about how customers are using them, if they're, for instance, bumping up against the end of their licenses, or if it looks like they're using one of our products where we actually know we have a better one that can substitute in for that. That's a great value add conversation where we can call and we can say, ooh, or we can call and say hey, we've noticed that you're doing this, or it looks like you might be using this tool to lead a webinar. We have a much more robust webinar tool that we love to talk to you about, or give you a demo, or let you try it for free to see if it's something that would suit your needs better.
Got it. Awesome.
It definitely changes the role, but it makes you feel much more strategic, because you really are providing a lot of value when you're focusing on the product and how it's being used.
And helping your customers out with that. And then what advice do you have for somebody who wants to transition, say, from finance to sales, or transition industries, or on their career journey?
For me, I find just a huge amount of value personally and professionally in just building my network. I had been, when I was leading the inside sales teams at Staples, I actually have been networking with a lot of folks in the, I was looking for other sales leaders. And in Boston, that's going to be technology. It's actually how I met Liz Kane, who you know.
My colleague.
And when I had that network of folks in the tech sector, I actually started learning a lot about the sales motion and applying some of the things that I was seeing there to our distribution channel at Staples. And long story short, a few years later, I was given the opportunity to come work for LogMeIn, and felt like I had a strong network who would support me in that transition. And after I moved over, there were definitely some differences and things to get used to and learn and understand, but I had a whole host of friends and colleagues that I could call to just say, does this make sense? And what about this? And what about that? So definitely build your network.
It's all about the networking. And tell us about your chimes.
Oh yeah. So on our sales floor, we definitely have the typical gong and we've got the bell, but I felt like we needed to kind of class it up a little bit. So on my desk, I have a large set of chimes, and you ring the chimes when you have a big win, and you get to ring as many times as the size of the win, or some sort of rough approximation. We had one young man actually who made quota a couple quarters ago by selling something that was like $100. It was the last thing he needed to hit his goal. And I let him ring one chime.
Awesome.
It was adorable.
I was going to say. So keeping it classy at LogMeIn. Thanks so much, Amy. Bye.